Every day thousands of tourists come here. But while some leave absolutely thrilled, others are convinced they wasted their money. So, is this hotel really worth it? Let's find out. Welcome to Grand Waterworld Makadi. Grand Waterworld Makadi is a very popular all-inclusive hotel that everyone who has visited Hurghada talks about. A huge water park, warm sea, numerous pools and entertainment for the whole family make it a unique place for a holiday. Everyone can find something for themselves here, whether it's active fun, evening shows, or lazy relaxation by the pool. But is everything really that perfect? In this review, I'll tell you what lies behind the bright photos and whether it's worth coming here. The hotel has a rating of 4.1 on Google, 9 on Booking, and 4.4 on TripAdvisor. However, even such a popular hotel has its drawbacks that may significantly influence your decision. Let's take a closer look at all the pros and cons so you can make the right choice. But before we begin, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and support this video with likes and comments. Thank you. The beach at Grand Waterworld Makadi is simply magical. It's cozy, clean, and perfect for relaxation. I also really like the sea, but be careful as the entrance is gentle but rocky, so it's not very convenient to go in without shoes. When you walk about 10 meters from the shore, you reach stunning coral reefs. I put on a mask and instantly entered another world. Dozens of colorful fish swam around me, and sometimes I even saw octopuses. It was incredible. The reef here is just fantastic, vibrant, alive and very close to the shore. Snorkeling at this hotel is one of the best I've ever experienced. However, it was tiring to come here at 6 in the morning just to get a sunbed at least in the second row. Even at that hour, the first spots were always taken by towels. I was wondering how this was happening and finally figured it out. It turns out the towels were not left by guests, but by hotel staff, who then sold the spots to guests. This is outrageous and absolutely unacceptable. But if you don't mind waking up very early or paying extra for sunbeds, you'll really enjoy the beauty of the Red Sea. Friends, if you've already stayed at Grand Waterworld Makadi, write in the comments what you liked and didn't like. I'll be happy to discuss. The beach here is a real adventure, but right now I'll tell you what surprised me even more. I really like the territory of Grand Waterworld Makadi. It's truly vast, multi-leveled, and lush with greenery. It's especially beautiful in the evening when the lights come on. Walking around the territory is a real pleasure. There's always somewhere to go and you get stunning views from everywhere. I also like the good location of the hotel. Everything is nearby and convenient. The water slides are a special delight. It was fun not only for the kids but also for the adults. There are many heated pools in the hotel, which are especially nice for a morning swim. Although, to be honest, some of them already need renovation, as tiles have fallen off in some places. However, the hotel itself is spacious and well maintained. You can tell it's being looked after. The only thing I didn't like was the Wi-Fi. It was very weak even near the lobby. Good thing I bought a SIM card with internet at the airport right away. But overall, the atmosphere here is wonderful and I felt very comfortable. The hotel's territory is truly impressive. Greenery, space, a water park, and cozy corners for relaxation. And although I was deeply impressed by the territory, when it came to food, I had very different emotions. Dining at Grand Waterworld Makadi is good on one hand. The selection of dishes was really large in all 3 buffet restaurants. I liked the service in the main restaurants. The waiters were polite and efficient. But the quality of the food itself was very disappointing. The dishes were repetitive, and there was practically nothing suitable for children. The drinking water in the restaurants had an unpleasant salty taste. Some items, like seafood or fresh juices, were for an extra charge, which is strange for an all-inclusive format. The cleanliness in the dining area and at the buffet tables left much to be desired. I often noticed dirty cups and plates. The a la carte restaurants didn't impress me either. Although they looked better, they still didn't meet my expectations. The Italian restaurant was especially weak, while the Mexican one was more or less decent. In many cases, if you don't leave a tip, the waiters will simply ignore you. Honestly, I was unpleasantly surprised by how bad the food can be in such a large hotel. The quality of food in the main restaurant clearly needs improvement. Of course, this is only my opinion, but we were very disappointed with the food, and unfortunately, it significantly spoiled the overall impression of the vacation. After eating, we were left with a bad aftertaste. But is everything really that bad? Maybe the rooms will change your impression of the hotel. Overall, I liked the room at Grand Waterworld Makadi. It was spacious, nicely decorated, and really comfortable. I was especially impressed by the size and interior. Everything looked quite stylish and roomy. The beds were comfortable, and the linens and towels were clean. However, the beach towels were a dirty orange color and were repulsive. Personally, I didn't even like holding them in my hands. The air conditioner worked well, but was too noisy and made it hard to fall asleep. Cleaning was done daily, but it was rather superficial. Instead of thorough cleaning, the staff preferred to make towel animals. In my case, the room was a junior suite and had good soundproofing and was clean upon arrival. Just for comparison, take a look at the rooms in this hotel. The link just appeared on your screen. Although, after talking to other tourists, I heard that some were checked into dirty rooms. Also, keep in mind that there's no Wi-Fi in the rooms, which is a bit inconvenient. The room is where you physically rest. But the atmosphere in the hotel is created by the people. The staff at Grand Waterworld Makadi left me mostly with a positive impression. Most employees were very friendly and tried to create a pleasant atmosphere. They always responded to requests with a smile and were especially kind to children, which I really liked. Overall, I felt like a welcome guest here. However, there were exceptions. For example, some employees behaved inappropriately and clearly lacked basic etiquette. This slightly spoiled the overall impression. Nevertheless, such cases were rare and overall, communication with the staff left warm memories. Yes, people here play an important role in the overall experience. But where I really felt the energy and excitement was in the various activities. I really like the entertainment at Grand Waterworld Makadi. There's truly something to do for both kids and adults. Both water parks turned out to be great, with slides for every taste and age. I especially enjoyed riding the tallest slides. The feeling was unforgettable. I also remember one day when they threw a pool party. It was fun, music, dancing, and a great vibe. The animation team did a fantastic job. They constantly organized activities and lifted everyone's spirits. There were plenty of water activities and something new to try every day. Overall, the entertainment program was at a very good level, but even the best vacation can be ruined if your kids are left unhappy. My kids really enjoyed the water park. They were thrilled riding the slides and having fun in the pool all day long. They especially liked the wave pool and the flow rider attraction. All the kids were having a blast in that awesome pool. I even felt a bit jealous since I didn't have such fun things in my childhood. There's a decent kids club on the hotel grounds, where an animator watches over the little ones and organizes activities. But what I didn't like was that in the evenings, they held kids events that required an extra fee to participate. Of course, we paid, but the very fact that in an all-inclusive hotel you have to pay extra for something really disappointed me. If you want to spend your vacation in Egypt and are looking for a hotel in Hurghada, you've probably come across Grand Waterworld Makadi. However, this hotel has both strong points and noticeable drawbacks that you should consider before your trip. The beach here is amazing, with vibrant coral reefs and excellent snorkeling, but the situation with sunbeds being taken before dawn is definitely frustrating. The hotel grounds are large, green and beautiful, with water parks, heated pools and a pleasant evening atmosphere, although the resort could use some renovation in places. But the food was the biggest disappointment. Poor quality, extra charges for basic items, and a lack of cleanliness at the buffet seriously hurt the overall impression. The staff were generally friendly, and the entertainment for both adults and kids was at a very high level, especially the water parks and pool parties. But paid children's activities in an all-inclusive hotel raise some questions. Friends, the final choice is always yours. Only you can decide whether this hotel is worth your vacation or not. While you're thinking, I recommend checking out these other videos about Egyptian hotels. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our new reviews. And with that, I say goodbye. See you next time at a new hotel.